What's up, everybody? Today's video, I got a few things going on. We got to change the fluids on this car, being the engine oil, the differential fluid, and the transmission fluid's okay. I checked it, it looks clean. The engine oil I can definitely see. The differential fluid, I'm not sure without taking the bolt out, and by the time we take the bolt out, I'll probably end up changing it. Unless it's like crystal clear, then I'll probably end up changing the differential fluid too. So we got to put the car up. I also have a couple things I want to show you guys, a little bit of kind of hints or just teasers as to what we're going to be doing. One more thing is I do have to, you'll see right here, these little things that go there, I picked up some double-sided tape, so we'll stick those on, no big deal, but just going to wrap things up a little bit more and get things closer to where they need to be. But anyways, let's put the car up. We'll start dropping those fluids. So this transmission jack is coming in handy more than I thought, because I actually use it for when I drain the oil so I can put the pan on. So it's, I don't know if you guys remember how long you guys have been with the channel, but we got this thing for like 40 bucks brand new in the box. And it was just like a melted box that had been waterlogged and sitting outside. But I'm super pumped about this. We've done 2 transmissions with it so far, and it works for the oil pan. So I'm gonna grab the oil pan that's sitting over there, put it on here. We'll crack that drain bolt. And going off memory, this should be a 17 mil head bolt. So we'll crack it loose and let it drain. So you notice we have the pan on the back now, and I kind of skipped through some of the stuff, and I'm pretty sure you guys are cool with that because really not a whole lot's going on. So I've tightened the 17 mil drain bolts on the engine oil. I probably should have done the filter at the same time. I got to take off the original filter. I did crack it loose, but at the same time, I just wanted to make sure that these bolts could come out. So just for your reference, this is a 24 millimeter and this is a 23 for the fill. Why they made them different, I don't know. They also put the fill in a brutal spot. You can barely get anything in there. So I actually had to go and buy a 23 millimeter wrench because it's like an awkward size. But the bottom, I already drained it. All the old stinky oil is out. It actually wasn't too bad, thankfully. But that's out. I have the fill bolt ready to go, and I have this also ready to go. So I have this little cool little pump thing. You can get these off Amazon, and I'll put a link in the description below where you can get these. But it's cheap. I think it's like, I don't know, I want to say like maybe 10 bucks or less. But yeah, this thing works awesome for this purpose. You just put the hose in there, pump away, and away you go. So it should take almost this whole quart. So let's go ahead, get this up there, pump it up, and once it starts overflowing out of that bolt, then we'll be full. All right, so you saw it kind of spew out towards the end there, and that means it's full. And now we take this big, huge, awkward wrench, 23 millimeter size, and snug this up. But I went ahead and bought one wrench from AutoZone, Duralast. I got it for $5 because it's so rare that they were blowing it out because nobody ever buys it. So it worked out for me. Anyways, the rear diff is done. Pretty simple with, obviously I don't want to, boast or anything, but it's pretty easy with the lift. And trust me, I haven't had one in the past. I've always had to be the guy crawling on the floor to do this, but it is definitely a lot nicer to do it this way than laying on your back and trying to pump that in there. So back diff is completely done. We're full of fluid. Both bolts are tight. I'm going to go to the front. We will replace the filter. So we'll bring the pan to the front, replace the filter, and then we can put this down and fill it with oil from the top. All right, so new oil filters on there. Some people hate Fram, some people, I don't know, they've always worked for me, so I'll continue to use them. And yeah, so we got the filter on. I'm gonna go ahead and put this thing down. All the bolts underneath are tight. And so if you guys remember, I ended up putting these on. We kind of had some miscellaneous bolts because I was mentioning on the last video that the stock suspension doesn't, or has a welded nut on there, so I had to go pick some up. So nothing too crazy, just an M12. I think it's by 1.25 pitch, so it's kind of a finer thread. But that's all set. We can bring the car down and put some oil in this engine. All right, we're actually selling the 24-inch Hellcat wheels. This guy right here. We got them sized up on the side here. It's gonna look crazy. Oh, so you got the Veram, right? Yeah. Sick. And the splitter is not too bad. Yeah, it looks legit. So you just got the splitter today?
Yeah, just today. I'm up one early in the morning. Yeah, that's why like I tried my shit in the morning to see if I could get them like early in the morning, but you know.
Yeah.
Cool, I was gonna come up to work, but I got day off, so it didn't matter though.
No, that's cool. That's cool. All right, we're gonna throw the wheels on, see what she looks like. You think it's gonna rub or what?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Your truck looks lower than mine, so we'll see. You might have to go up a little bit. Let me know. I'll jack it up more. All right, there's one. Still working on the other one. Getting it all bolted up. All right, here she is. We got the stock RT wheels. Took them off. Let me know what you guys think. That's with the Beltec 2.4 kit on it. That's how low she sits. I'm liking it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. All right, so those guys are super cool. Johnny and his buddy there, they took the wheels. So we're gonna go ahead and keep working on this thing for now. I just, last bit of the piece of the puzzle, I'm gonna take out this stock intake and we're gonna put that AEM cold air intake in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this out. I'm just cleaning the intake right now, actually outside degreasing it because there's a bunch of old garbage in it. Like just oil and nastiness. So I'm just cleaning it with some Castrol Super Clean that you guys know I like. And let's toss it on. We got a brand new filter in the box, already pre-oiled, so it should be fairly easy, I'm hoping. And it's gonna actually suck air right from here, so we should be able to see the air filter hanging out right there. Those of you guys know about S2000s, this normally isn't open and doesn't have this grill piece. It's actually from a Civic that's been retrofitted here. I didn't put it on, but this bumper came with it on both sides. So it actually has air ducts that go in here. And we're gonna utilize them, so we're gonna have cold air literally going straight at that filter. So let's get this off, get that one on, and see how she looks. Okay, so we got the intake on. One of the brackets is busted off, which you'll see right there, which would generally hold it onto something. So I kind of had to jimmy rig it a little bit. For now, I'm gonna come up with something more permanent, but I just had to zip tie it up there. But this is what I was saying, like the air filter is gonna be right there. So definitely a true cold air intake in this scenario. So that's on. Only thing left is these little side pieces. So go ahead and throw those on. These are gonna be these. I got some double-sided tape. So let me throw those on and then we'll be finished. All right, so here's these little pieces, you guys. They're okay. I would probably, if I was gonna actually paint the car, I would definitely adjust them a little bit because a couple of things. With putting double-sided tape on there, it's pushing it out quite a bit. Another thing is this bumper isn't perfect. You can see there's a bit of a gap here, and there was actually some damage here too, originally on this bumper that I didn't want to get into, but that is why this looks a little bit wonky. So that could be playing a factor here, but we have like a 1/4 inch extra. So again, if I was gonna do this permanently, I would definitely would have double-sided tape. I would somehow bond these into it so you didn't have this seam. And here's how the other side looks. So we got a similar thing going on here, but honestly, it's this double-sided tape that's pushing it out a lot more than need be. And the bumper might not fit 100%. You could probably spend more time getting the bumper to fit, but I'm pretty happy with this overall. Another thing I might do is just give a quick little spray of Plastidip here, just so that we don't see this white tape that you can see in there. I know it's small details, but it's just tiny stuff like that that I like to address. So anyways, you guys, that's gonna pretty much wrap it up. All right, you guys, so that's gonna do it for today's video. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did like it, make sure you give it a thumbs up for me. Hit that subscribe button if you're stopping in for the first time, and check out the other videos on the channel. Now that we got everything pretty much wrapped up, I'm gonna roll this thing out of here, see how it looks without the wood underneath it, and also take it for a drive. So all that'll be on the next video, you guys. I gotta leave you hanging a little bit. Anyways, you guys, thanks again. We'll see you on the next video.